Yo, what's good campers? This is your boy Killer Beezy, and today we are here with a content creator video, man. We're here to talk about Mysterio. So before we get into Mysterio, for those of you who are watching this content creator video for the first time, some of you may not know how this works. So I am part of the content creator program, and we are granted champions for a short period of time just to test them out, review them, give some feedback, and then the champions are removed from our account. So I've been given early access to Mysterio, and yeah, man, I'm gonna do my videos a bit differently. So I've got a gameplay video dropping, just like sort of like a Winter Soldier takedown, showing the damage output and whatnot. I'll probably drop that after this video. But in this video, I'll show you a little bit of highlights in between I'm talking. But I'm mainly going to talk about how I feel about the champion, if I like them, what I do like, what I don't like. And, you know, just give an in-depth sort of talk about, you know, why I might feel a certain type of way about this champion. So, first of all, let's go through what he can do. So I'll show you, obviously, his attributes and whatnot. You can see it on the screen. And then we will head over to look at his abilities, and then we'll look at his synergies. Right, so, you know, his duped ability is Mysterio generates one chemical gas every 6.01 seconds. Now, in my opinion, this champion doesn't have to be duped, because there are other ways to generate the chemical gas. And, you know, something as simple as you doing, you'll see it later on down here in the description. So, chemical gas passive. So, Mysterio's second medium attack generates one chemical gas. So, pretty much, if you have him duped, you can obviously generate that chemical gas just over every 6 seconds, right? But if you don't have him duped, you can literally just do like medium, light, medium, then parry, medium, light, medium, parry, medium, light, medium, and you're gonna get your free chemical gases. So it's really not a big deal, and you know, it's something that you can generate fairly quickly just through your medium attack. So I don't think his duped ability is great. I think that they could have done a little bit more with his duped ability in my opinion. So first of all, that's something for me where it's like it's a bit of a waste. In my opinion, again, this is all in my opinion. This is all my view, right? So, let's talk about the abilities of his that I do and don't like. So, you know, landing a heavy attack with one or more chemical gas consumes them and inflicts the opponent with a single poison debuff. Now, the poison at a rank 3 level for the 5-star isn't bad. It's not bad. I think I was doing just under 2k per tick. With all 3 active, in a maximum. That was like the maximum I managed to get out of his damage output for the poison debuff. I think with the buff of his special 3, it was about, yeah, it was just under 2k. Without that buff, it was about between 600 and 700, I believe. So it's not massive. It's not massive. It's not game changing damage, man. And it's not damage that you'll even notice much in fights where champions have quite big health pools. So, yeah, like the poison wasn't that. It's not a seller. It's not something that would sell the champ to you. Do you know what I mean? And then, while inflicted by Mysterio's poison, Spider-Verse heroes can't evade. That's a good bonus. That is definitely a good bonus. So, you know, it's really easy to apply the poison, and obviously when you stack up the chemical gas, your poison's going to do more damage. But if you are just using a gas to if you're just using the gas to sort of stop Spider-Verse champs evading, you don't really need to go through the whole process of stacking up the chemical gas. You don't really need to do all that. Maybe they should have done it where not only does it increase the damage of the poison, but it also increases the duration. Maybe. But yeah, man. So on the 4th light attack, you got a 100% to inflict a heal block passive. That's quite handy, to be fair. That is quite handy, and I found that it wasn't it wasn't very. I expected it to be quite short, and it was a bit longer than I expected it. It's not crazy long, but it was a bit longer than I expected. So yeah, definitely. Obviously, it increases with time with the amount of chemical gas that you have stacked. But yeah, I mean, I've used it with three chemical gas stacks, and yeah, it was a decent period of time, man. It was a decent period of time. So the special attack 1. So Mysterio gains a reflection gas passive lasting 4 seconds, and all his chemical gases consumed, each adding 1 second to its duration. Now, I'm trying to think of scenarios where this could be handy, because you could have suicides on, and I don't know if it will work with suicides, because it's not damage you're taking from an enemy, but it's still a form of damage that you're taking, and I don't know whether that will reflect. I guess that's a test to be done. But yeah, I've tried it, and I guess, I don't know, in my scenario, I guess in case I ever mess up in short burst fights, it might be a good little fail-safe, I guess. But I'm trying to think of scenarios where you would take a lot of damage on purpose just to deal it back. Because obviously you can't do it with someone where you take too much damage, because then you're going to die. But then if you do it against someone that doesn't really deal too much damage, it's kind of going to be pointless. So yeah, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's more of a good option for a fail-safe. But if you're quite a skilled fighter, you're not really going to need it. I can't think, off the top of my head, I can't think of a scenario that will be fairly useful in. But you guys can let me know, man. You know, maybe if you're fighting a champion like Magic, and you know, you kind of maybe use your L1 just before she gains a bar of power. So therefore, when Limbo activates, you can sort of time it like that, so that whatever damage you're going to take over a certain period of time, while you're still hitting into her and whatnot, because you can also obviously heal block as well. So although you might be hitting her in limbo, whatever damage you receive, once you then once that timer goes down and expires, you're gonna deal the damage back to Magic, and then Magic's not gonna heal up when limbo finishes, because you would have applied the heal block. And then also on top of that, it's then gonna be a scenario where you're gonna heal back any damage that you took from limbo, because when the buff expires, you're then gonna heal back. As you can see, if struck while reflection gas is active, the incoming damage is stored. Upon expiry, 70% of the taken damage is reflected onto the opponent, and Mysterio immediately regenerates 100% of the damage. See, but I don't know, because they've said if struck while reflection gas is active, if struck. So I don't know if that takes into account sort of damage like limbo, degeneration, because obviously opponents aren't striking you to activate that damage. So yeah, I don't know. We'll have to test that one out. But yeah, so right, so then we talk about the special 2. Now the special 2, again, I think, in my opinion, I found this champ a little bit disappointing, man, because I feel like the special 2 was so amazing, yeah. Like the animations of it was so amazing, yeah. But in my opinion, it's like, it doesn't really do much. It doesn't really do much, man. I mean, while active, the opponent is inflicted with a power drain debuff, losing 6% of their max power per second. It's not really much, man. I've tried this. It doesn't really seem like enough. And then while active, all incoming attacks have a 25% chance to miss, increasing to 100% while charging a heavy attack. I mean, yeah, I was a bit disappointed. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I was a bit disappointed, man. I wanted his SP3 to do a little bit, his SP2, sorry, to do a little bit more. Maybe like just hit hard, you know, have a lot more of like a poison effect on it or something. I don't know. But yeah, I just kind of, when I was reading this, I just kind of thought, is that it? And then I thought, okay, the power drain, that's not bad. And then when I saw the power drain in game, I was like, okay, like, you know. So yeah, I was a little bit disappointed with that. Special attack 3, Mysterio gains a frenzy gas passive lasting 10 seconds and all his chemical gases consumed, each adding 4 seconds to its duration. While frenzy gas is active, Mysterio gains 3,772.6 attack rating, and the potency of his poisons are increased by 300%. Now this, ladies and gentlemen, is amazing. This is probably the only thing that made me feel like, yeah, Mysterio's alright to use, man. Like, I enjoyed this. I very much enjoyed this. It kind of reminded me of Namor, how you need to spam the SP3 to get the damage output. The damage output is nowhere near on Namor's level. So, to drop a champion with an ability like this, it's a little bit like... I feel like this champion is like a flopped version of Namor. Not saying that he is, I'm just saying that's how I feel. Because I feel like he's got the, you know, absorb damage, deal the damage back and heal it up ability. And with Namor, it's literally just like, if he's hitting you, any damage that he would be taking, he's dishing it back out to you. And he's not taking the damage from it. And then you've got the burst of extra damage after using the SP3. And Namor's boost is just crazy, while Mysterio's boost is just... yeah, it's an improvement to what he normally does, but it's nothing like Namor's level. So, yeah, I feel like this was like... maybe like we should have received Mysterio before receiving Namor. I feel like he probably would have been a bit more useful in-game than Namor. But now that Namor's in game, I feel like when you read his abilities and whatnot, you know, looking at what the champions do and whatnot, and how you're going to get the damage output out from Mysterio, like, I feel like when you look at the two champs, you're going to think, hold on, I'm better off taking my chances and trying to go for Namor, actually, rather than, you know, going for Mysterio and then trying to rank him up and putting my resources into him. So yeah, man, like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was a little bit disappointed with the champion, with this champion, man. I was. His animations are absolutely amazing. Yeah, I will not knock that. Absolutely amazing. I just feel like, yeah, I just feel like, I just wish that the chemical gas or the poison effects that he has were a little bit more damaging. You know, they were, you know, if he specializes, if that's what you're basing his character around, his gas, I just wish it did more, you know, whether it be did more damage or, you know, provided him with a bit more utility. Like, you know, it's a bit more difficult to hit him because he's got like a phase ability where he consumes him, he surrounds himself with the gas, and therefore it makes it harder to hit him. Something. I just feel like there's not enough here to make me feel like, yo, this champion is levels. Like, do you know what I mean? But, you know, so that's my view so far. You know, let's take a look at his synergies. We'll look at his synergies last, right? So he's got a synergy with Night Thrasher. When dashing forward, Mysterio has a 70% chance to inflict the opponent with Falter for the duration of the dash. Opponents suffering Falter have a 100% chance to miss their attacks. Now, that is good. For people like me who are not good at intercepting, I like that. So, his synergy with Daredevil and Netflix Daredevil. Mysterio poison durations are increased by 2 seconds. Again, that's handy. You know, if you're going into a fight and your main damage output is you're looking to poison the champion, this synergy is very handy. So Mysterio with Stealth Spidey. Reflection, illusion, and frenzy gas last for an additional 2 seconds. Again, handy. Unfortunately, I don't have Stealth Spidey, but again, quite a handy synergy to have. Right, synergy with Emma Frost. So if you have Emma Frost on your team with Mysterio, it grants immunity to reverse controls, which is handy. If you bring Emma Frost in and, you know, you want to bring Mysterio in to, like, say, Path 9 or whatnot, you don't have to worry about inverted controls. Love that, yeah? And then he's got the all champions gain plus 8% attack. 8% attack is quite a lot. So he has that with practically a lot of the Spider-Verse champions, basically. Now, one thing I was very disappointed in with regards to the synergies is that they hardly benefit any of the other champions involved in the synergy. Like, you know, for Night Thrasher users, none of this synergy benefits Night Thrasher. For Daredevil and Netflix Daredevil, none of this synergy benefits any of the Daredevils. For Stealth Spidey, none of the synergies doesn't benefit Stealth Spidey. Emma Frost is included in this grants immunity to reverse controls, which is crazy because you would have thought that she was immune to reverse controls herself, which she isn't. But you know, yeah, man. Like I weren't feeling that, man. I weren't feeling that. I kind of thought, like, the whole point of a synergy is when two people come together, they have like the perfect synergy. So like, how can it work for one person and the other person is just left with no benefit from it? It didn't make sense to me, and I just kind of thought I weren't really feeling it. And yeah, man. So all in total, I mean, personally, I am a little bit disappointed with this champion, man. I love the animations. I feel like the team put in so much work. This champion looks great. His animations are great. Everything about the design of the actual character is fantastic. But then when you get into the details of the abilities and the synergies, I feel like there could have been a little bit more. I feel like there could have been a little bit more, man. So yeah. Like, that's my review. You guys let me know, based on what we've been discussing and whatnot, you guys let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below, man. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I feel like going forward, what I will do is do a video talking about the champion's abilities and giving my view on what I do like and what I don't like, and then do a separate like gameplay video where you guys just, like, you know, maybe a video just to showcase like the best way to use this champion, or the best way I found to use this champion, and then you guys can kind of listen to my point of view from ability perspective and give your thoughts on it, and then you can see the gameplay for yourself and then make a judgment call on whether, you know, actually you like his abilities, or you like the damage that you're seeing, or you don't think I'm playing him correctly, or, you know, he has potential. And yeah, man, we can, because it's a bit too much just to put it all into one video, man. But thank you guys for watching, man. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next video, man. Peace.